Alright, today we have a new Papercraft that we're doing. If you joined us earlier, we did, we made this little guy right here earlier in the evening. And now we are doing Fold Up Toys Paper Robin. I mean Skate Robin. It's a Robin on skates, and it's pretty cute if you... I mean, look at it. It's cute. It's adorable. It's got skates. It's got a cute little face. Got a cute little tail, and it's got a cute little present from 2006. That's fine. 2018 doesn't matter. It's a really, really neat design, and once again, it's brought to us by Fold Up Toys. Fold Up Toys, you can see right there. folduptoys.com. You can download the template there and print it out, cut it out, and build it. One of the neat things about this one is the Robin itself is 2 pieces, but they come together really nice, and not a lot of I didn't have a lot of trouble putting this together. It was fairly easy. I really like the shapes. What I like most is this part right here, where you can see the line where it connects, creating this rounded section right here that flows with the head piece right here that folds down. And we'll be gluing it together, and we can talk more about that. I like the wings right here, how it creates kind of what I've said before is Alex is really good at creating like unique shapes and making the Papercraft, the paper toys not look so blocky, but giving them unique shapes. And this is a perfect example. This round area right here is a perfect example of that. The rounding of the wings right here as well is a perfect example of that. And just the general shape, it's very nice. Oops, I dropped it. Very nice, very interesting, and very organic and easy to put together, and we'll do that. So I'm trying a new thing this time. Instead of having you guys watch me cut out the complete piece, I pre-recorded me cutting it out, and I sped it up a little bit so that you guys don't have to sit through the entire process. You only sit through about half of the process. So let me go ahead and get that started, and I will talk through a lot of the stuff that's going on in the cutting video. Of course, we have the Skate Robin by Fold Up Toys. What we're doing basically is just separating. It's a 3 pieces paper toy. There's 3 pieces to it, and what we're doing here is just separating all 3 pieces to make it easier to cut. It's easier to cut them out once they're free from the overall page, so that you don't have to worry so much about all the other pieces and all just the confinement of the paper itself. And of course, I use trusty old scissors, the most versatile tool in your toolbox. Scissors. Don't leave home without them. I don't know if this is a good idea, pre-recording the cutting session. I mean, it does make it a little faster. It gives more of an opportunity to appreciate the chiptune music in the background, and I'm not feeling forced to try and talk while I'm cutting. I'm able to just get into that meditative state and just enjoy cutting, which is one of the best parts of Papercraft, is just being able to relax, go numb, and let the mind wander, or let the mind do what it does while the body... I mean, cutting is so mechanical, basically just tracing a line with scissors, and there's not much thought that goes into it, which frees your mind up to travel and to explore and to just question things. So now I'm taking the razor blade here to cut out the intricacies of the paper toy itself. And it's not extremely intricate, it's just stuff that I don't feel comfortable using a pair of scissors to get at. And the best thing to do is to use the tool that is best for the job. Scissors get the job done of cutting out the basic shape of the piece, and then you get your blade, go in and cut out the inside lines or things that you can't easily reach with the scissors. So scalpel, blade, a knife, anything will work, and a straight edge. And I freehanded it a little bit with the pieces. What I'm doing now is cutting out the little, I don't know what you call it, it's kind of where one point is still attached. So I'm just getting rid of those. See, so here, using the scissors to cut out the basic shape. Very easy. I could do it with the razor, but I'm way more confident with a pair of scissors. And we're done cutting. We clean up our space, and next we'll do the scoring. Alright, so now what scoring is I'm using the tool, I guess you'd call it a ballpoint stylus, to create a indentation in the paper, which makes it easier to fold. It folds naturally when we do this. See? And it creates a very, very crisp line, as opposed to just trying to fold it ourselves. And what that is, what the stylus is it's a nail painting stylus, and they usually come in sets with different size balls, and this one is the smallest one they have, and I find it suits my needs perfectly for scoring. And different people find different tools to score. Some people use the scalpel, the knife itself, and just cut a small line. I don't like doing that because when you fold it, when you fold the paper, it doesn't so much fold it as it cracks it, and then it leaves a white line at the fold. So what I like to do is use the stylus, where it doesn't damage the paper at all. It just pushes it in to create a indentation that becomes easier to crease. And I'm just running it along a straight edge, a little 6-inch ruler, and now just folding the basic shapes to loosen it up, and see how easy it is to fold now. I was trying to adjust my camera, but I didn't even notice that my camera shifted out of place, so I have to fix it. If you would like to help me get a better camera, feel free to donate at neonneuron or at patreon.com/neonneuron. You can donate anything, but I do recommend, instead of donating to the Neon Neuron, that you support the people whose paper toys I am unfolding. Support folduptoys.com. Support Marshall Alexander. Support zerolabor.blogspot.com. These are paper artists who are out there actually creating content. I do have a podcast that I've been working on, but I haven't been able to work on it as much as I'd like to. It's the Neon Neuron podcast. You could check out some of our old episodes. I interview artists and designers and creative types. If you'd like to donate to my Patreon to help me get that back up and running, I would greatly appreciate it. And I could also build more of these paper crafts and introduce the world to, like I said, designers, artists, and creative types. I also enjoy talking. That's why I started the podcast, was because I enjoyed talking with these people and seeing what makes them tick and how they come about their ideas, and how do they see art benefiting them in the future as a job, or as a source of income, or something to help them fulfill the creative need or the artistic dream. So you can support me, or you can support one of the artists that I support. It really makes no difference. I would be happy either way. So I'm just checking the folds, making sure everything folds nice and easy. And now that brings us back to the beginning, or the end, depending on which way you want to look at it. And what we have here is the already scored pieces. All we're going to do now is glue it all together. And I feel like I have to do this part live. Oops, sorry about that. Because gluing is kind of the fun part. What we have here is the glue applicator apparatus. That's what I call it, because it's fun to say, and anything that's fun to say is probably just as fun to use. So the glue application apparatus. Let's go ahead and take our alien tacky glue, the best glue that I've found for the job so far. It's very strong, very durable, and works for a variety of uses, mostly paper crafts. So we could do this last. Excuse me, it's 7:09 right now, and I have been up all night getting this ready. We could save this for last, but it's the easiest thing, so I want to get this out of the way quickly. We'll start with 12. You get your glue applicating apparatus, dip a little bit of glue on it, and then just swipe it across. You can use a toothpick, you can use a paintbrush, a very cheap paintbrush, and just do the same thing that I'm doing, just wipe it across. But I prefer this. I find that this works very well, and it's worked very well for me for many years. So let's go ahead and this is something that comes in very handy, is your clamp tweezers for holding things in place. And then we're going to go ahead and put glue on tab number 13. Go ahead and do that. Get a little bit of glue. Just wipe it across the edge of the fold here. Alright. There we go. And just glue that down. From underneath, you're going to press. You're going to pull it all the way down. Level, make sure it's flush, and then just pinch it a little bit. Pinch it so that it holds. And we're good. We're good to go. I really like this present. I mean, it's a cube, very basic, nothing fancy about it, but also there's no extra tabs. You got one tab gluing together around here, and then you got the other tab gluing this down. You don't have anything, an extra piece under here, because you don't need it. You don't need it. It's too many pieces. Keeping it simple, keeping it basic makes it easy for everyone to use. And then simple. And then we got the feet. I mean, look at that. This looks like it's glued together already. I'm sure if Alex put her mind to it a little bit more, she could have figured out a way to not require any glue at all. I mean, because look at that. That's brilliant. It's genius already. Just how it all comes together and almost like it's fully finished. But we'll go ahead and we'll do the robin next. So we got the steps that we need to follow. We got 1, 2. Oh no, that's 7. So we got 1, 2, 3 is right in here. 4 is over here. 5, 6, 7, and 8. And you can do it any way you want, but following the guidelines that Alex lays out makes it a lot easier. So it's best to just go with it. And here, if you notice how right here there's a curve, and this, when you glue this tab right here, when you glue this face to this tab, it creates that circular look, and that's very, very neat. And you don't see that a lot in a lot of novice designs, a lot of beginning designs. They don't understand how to round it off. You'll see a lot of, for newer designers and toy makers, a lot of just straight lines, straight edges, and a lot of blocky stuff. And it's things like this that give Alex's toys the unique shapes that not a lot of toys can pull off, not a lot of designers can achieve. And that's why I love these toys. They're so amazing. They're just, there's so much genius that goes on to creating this. So let's go ahead and start with number 1. And I'm going to come in from the back and just lay a little bit of glue on here. And then what you want to do is you want to try to match this up kind of with this point right here. So I'm going to glue it. Use the pearl as a reference, the little bead there. And then you can use the green scarf also. And we'll pull out our trusty tweezers and just pinch it into place. Let it sit for a minute. Make sure it's got a nice hold. Check the back and make sure that that's secure as well. So it's nice and secure. Go ahead and go to phase 2 over here. Basically the same thing we did on this side. I'm gonna apply the glue to this wall here, this face. And then from the back, line it up again just like we did the other side. Right there. Tweezers to make our lives easier. See, it all lines up. The little circle lines up right there. This curve of the scarf lines up. So once everything is in place, pinch it and we just wait. And you can already see the circular rounded shape happening, and then the wing right here is already popping out. It's simple things like that that are so fascinating because they add so much. It's such a simple idea, but it adds so much to the character of the paper toy and the design. So number 3, next one is number 3, this piece here. I'm gonna go ahead and apply glue to the back right here, to the back of the opposing face. And then fold it over. Get our trusty tweezers. Hold it in place. Give it a couple seconds to build that strong bond. Make sure it's secure. Yep, it's good. So we're gonna move on to number 4 over here. This is number 4 right here. Sometimes the light hits it too much. Straight on and you can't see it, but this is number 4. Number 4 is gonna come around right there. And it's very natural, just how everything kind of wraps itself up. Number 4. You got the little pearls, the beads coming around the circle, and it all lines up nicely. So let's go ahead and I'm going to apply glue to the opposing face of the 4. Just because it's easier than having to smear glue all over this. I can put glue right here and then clamp it down right there. So let's go ahead and do that. Then we'll bring it over here. There we go. Just get our trusty old tweezer set. The problem here now is that the tweezers, it won't reach because we got the tail and the belly, the bottom and the belly. So we gotta improvise, probably use our fingers to pinch it, press it down and build that, get that glue bonding great. And it's Right here, if you notice, a little bit of a didn't quite catch it right in there, so we're gonna get our glue applicator apparatus. This is how I clean it off. I just run it through a few sheets of cardstock. Right. So we're gonna get this little spot where the glue was missing. Oh, here it is. Okay, so it's over here. Right in here is where the didn't get enough glue. So we'll go ahead and apply it to the wall there. Apply it to this side, and then press. And I'm gonna, while that's holding, I'm gonna go ahead and restart the music. Bear with me for just 2 seconds. I think Edward Shallow is in order. There's something went wrong with my header. Playlist display. It's not showing. Let me see. I'm gonna try to fix this real quick. There we go. Awesome. So now we can see who we're listening to. And go ahead and feel free to let me know if the music is too loud or if you can't hear the microphone. Otherwise, I'm just gonna keep on talking and hope for the best. Okay, so that was 4 back here, so now 5 is this little piece right here. We're gonna glue this down to that. So, getting our glue applicator apparatus, and then smearing glue all right here. Alright, so you're going to want to come in from underneath, and this is another part of Alex's design innovation, is the ability to reach inside to the paper models prior to finishing so that you can have access to tabs like this so that you can press them together. If you want to watch a lot of the ideas behind this, I'm going to turn the music down. It's a little bit too loud for me. Alright, I hope it's not too loud for you guys and you can still hear me. You want to watch a few videos on how Alex designs their paper crafts, just visit their channel on YouTube. It's Fold Up Toys on YouTube. Or you can visit the website, and I'm sure there's links to it there. So now that that's secure, we're gonna go with 6 and 7. So this is 6 right here and 7 on this side. So I think we'll start with 6. Let's go ahead and put some glue on it. And utilizing the access point to press. There we go. Just make sure that the glue is taking hold inside. Once that's done, we'll come over and do number 7. And number 7 is a little trickier because it's just a little space right in there. So it's good that we have this pointy little tool, the glue applicator apparatus, to get right in there. And over the years and over time, you'll understand how paper works, and like you can push it just right so that it'll separate. That's what I'm about to do. See, like, bam, it opens up just enough for me to get the applicator apparatus in there and smear some glue. Once the glue's smeared, we'll go ahead and connect it where it needs to go. Hold it for a little bit, and then fingers inside. Just let it bond right about there. Get a few minutes. A few minutes, good grief. No, a few seconds. And that should be good. And now we have that amazing rounded shape that comes around here. You can see how neat it looks, like right there. So paper flows with it. And then right here you got that neat shape with the wings, giving it a rounded appearance, but not so round that it doesn't appear. It's not that it doesn't appear like a bird, but it appears like a bird. The wing of the bird, that's what I'm trying to say. It actually looks like a bird's wing. I think it's an easier way to say it. I agree. Okay, so then the final gluing that we're going to do is just to get this piece right here, fold it up under here, and then attach this to this right here. And that completes the body of the bird, the main component of the bird. It's very easy. So let's go ahead and apply some glue to that face there. Just gonna put it all around here, all around this edge right there. Okay, and then put it up in between there. Flatten this out to make it even with the fold, and then fold it over. Bingo, bango, bongo. We're done. We got it. Just hold it for a little bit, and if you can, get the tweezer in there if you need it. Help you hold it one side, and then you can hold the other side. Make sure that the bond gets nice and strong between faces. Just let it sit. And there you go. Almost done. 2/3 complete. All we have left to glue is this, and like I said, it almost looks like you don't even have to glue it. Everything gets held into place just by pressing against the other pieces and being pinched. So it's gonna make quick work of this. So let's separate all that, and here we have these steps that we're gonna follow. So we got 9. What you're going to want to do is just bring it all the way around to create this little kind of cube thing. So it's fairly easy. So let's try to focus on this. So this is the first one. We're going to bring it around and glue it right back there. So right behind the 11. So let's get some glue on our applicator. Put it on the tab. And then, once again, we are just bringing the tab around, gluing it to the back side of this. Get our tweezers, so we have it in a spot that we like. Just hold it for a minute. And I'll try to do more with the light so that you can see these numbers more clearly and so that it's not so bright. Just makes everything appear blank. I'm working with a blank sheet of paper, but I'm not. There's really stuff on here. If the light hits it just right, you can see it. So now that that's done, we'll do number 10. 10's going to be the same way. Just going to bring it around. But instead, you're going to put it to this square right here. So it's going to go behind this blank square. Real simple. Just right there. And then there's going to be this little piece, this little triangular piece left. And that's just going to go right there. Right there. Alright, so let's do number 10 first. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. So number 10. So we'll bring that around. Make sure it's in a good spot. We're happy. Yes. Get the tweezers. Clamp tweezers. And that hold it for a minute. Alright. And there's one last thing to do. What's going to happen is this piece right here is going to fold down, and these are going to fold in. So it's going to come down and fold in like that. So let's pinch these two together, and then that's going to fold in the 11 right there. That's how that's gonna go. So let's glue this tab. Put a little bit of glue on it. And we'll glue it to the 11 right there, that side. Get our tweezers right in there if we can. Just hold it down. So see what we're looking at, that is right there. It's gonna be like this. It's gonna go like that. Right. Alright, we're going to throw a little bit of glue on the skate blades just so they hold into place just a little better, just like that. So once we got them in position, alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get our apparatus here, put a little bit of glue on it, more, and just right in between the skates. I'm not going to do a whole thing, I don't think there's a need to. Just a little bit. Pinch it closed while I look at the back. Put a little bit of glue right back in here between these two. Tweezers, pinch that closed, and perfect. So we got one side down, and there's this little piece right in there. I don't know if you can see it. It's right in here, a little flake. Cut that off. Got it. Alright. Gnarly. Alright, so now we're going to do the other side. Gonna just find a good spot for it where the pieces are nice and even. Pinch it. Get some glue. Put right in between there. And pinch that closed. Just hold it there a few seconds, and then we're going to come back and do the back like we did the other side. We're going to put a little bit of glue between right in here. Why does the camera make my fingernails look grimy? I promise you they're not this filthy. So it's going to be right in here. Maybe I'm going to start wearing gloves or get manicure. Oh. And make sure that it lines up right. And pinch it. Hold it closed. We are halfway there. That is 3 out of 3 pieces glued. Alright. So let's go ahead and now that we got that done, we have one last thing that we need to do. We have to glue the bird to the feet. And that's pretty easy. So all we want to do now, see how it looks. Looks good. Alright. We're going to apply glue. Probably do it to this side because it's easier. Get a fair amount on there because we're going to be doing a lot going around the whole edge. Whole edge with it. Make sure you put plenty of glue. Some in the middle maybe, even. Alright. And then just like we did before, you line it up. Make sure it matches nicely. And when it does, it's when you hold firm. So hold that, press around the edges. That's what I like about Aleene's Techie Glue, is that you have time to make adjustments before it locks up. I think after this I'm going to play a couple rounds of PUBG if you want to, whoever's watching, my one viewer, want to watch me get my rear end handed to my placed in my hand every round. That's how it is with me in PUBG Desktop. Pretty good on PUBG Mobile. PUBG Desktop is another story. And that's it. That wraps, I mean, that's done. You got your present, you got your bird, you got a little piece that you should have cut off a long time ago. Try to do that right now. And it sounds like the kids are starting to wake up, so I'm probably gonna have to make breakfast soon. But this is it. That was the building the skate robin. And they skate together. Now, isn't that cute? Isn't that cute? Look at that amazing shape. I think they're upside down. How about that? Does that look better? That's very nice. Very, very nice. I think I've said it before, folduptoys.com. Check them out. They've got a lot of toys for you to download. These are another one from Fold Up Toys that I made previously. We also have gingerbread people. And we've got the Minimalist Santa. We've also... So this is all from Fold Up Toys, and there's probably going to be more in the future. Fold Up Toys has a nice collection of paper toys that you can download for free. They also also have exclusives for their Patreon subscribers. And we've got the Minimalist Santa. We've also... So this is all from Fold Up Toys, and there's probably going to be more in the future. Fold Up Toys has a nice collection of paper toys that you can download for free. They also have exclusives for their Patreon subscribers. but plenty of free stuff if you don't want to subscribe. But I do recommend that you support them. They put out some great content. Look at this. This is great stocking stuffer. And what says that you love somebody more than building them a papercraft, something that you actually took time to put together. These things. But let's focus on this one because that's what this video was about. The Skate Robin. FoldUpToys.com. I recommend checking them out, following them on Instagram, following them on Facebook, following them everywhere that media is, I don't know, what do you call it? Media is transferred? I don't know, everywhere, every social. And check out neonneuron.com, neonneuron.net, at neonneuron on everything social. Thank you for watching this, and please like, subscribe, whatever. You don't have to, but I would appreciate it if you did. And tell me what you think. Anyway, that is all we have for today.